The web of ghost jobs in corporate companies. A young man is sitting in front of his laptop at 2 in the morning. He has saved the 12th version of his resume, and the vacancy of a big company is glowing on the screen. The position is fantastic, the salary is higher than the market rate, and reading the description makes it feel like the company is expanding rapidly. For the first time, he feels that perhaps life will change now. He applies, takes the assessment, fills out the form, sometimes waits for the HR call, and sometimes checks the status. But even after months, the only response is silence. The fear begins right here. Was the problem with his skills, or was he chasing a job that in reality never even existed? The curiosity is, why after all do some corporate companies show vacancies in which no hiring takes place, and who benefits from this web? In today's digital hiring world, job posting has become very easy. A vacancy goes live in a few clicks on the company website, LinkedIn, job portals, and recruitment platforms. But easy posting has also created a new problem, which is called ghost jobs around the world. Meaning, those jobs that are visible but for which the real hiring intent is unclear. Every old vacancy is not fake, and every delayed hiring is not a deception. Sometimes the budget gets paused, sometimes the role gets frozen, and sometimes internal approval remains pending. But it becomes a problem when companies intentionally keep such listings active for a long time, even when they do not have to hire any candidate right now. The candidate sees from the outside that there are openings in the company. He thinks that the business must be growing, teams must be expanding, and the opportunity is truly open for him. But the story inside can be different. The role has already been filled, the hiring budget has been cut, or the vacancy is kept just to build a future pipeline. This is the most confusing part of corporate hiring. The candidate considers it an opportunity, and the company uses it like a strategy, a backup, or a market signal. Some surveys and hiring platform reports have shown that ghost jobs are no longer a small matter. Many job seekers have now started to doubt even active listings. In Greenhouse's job hunting report, candidates expressed frustration with ghost jobs, and some postings appeared in the platform data that had no real hiring activity. In Resume Builder's survey as well, hiring managers admitted to the existence of fake or non-active job postings. Reasons like a talent pipeline, the impression of growth, and workforce pressure came to light. Now think, how big of an emotional trap this is for a candidate. He builds hope with every application, but in front of him, the real seat of the vacancy might not even be vacant. The first benefit companies get is in building a talent database. They collect resumes today so that ready candidates can be found when a need arises in the future. This reduces the company's cost. The candidate gives his time, energy, and data, and the company gets a free snapshot of the talent available in the market. The second benefit is giving a signal of growth. If senior roles are continuously visible on a company's website, it looks from the outside like the business is expanding. Investors, competitors, clients, and employees can all read this in different ways. The vacancy becomes a silent message that the company has not stopped. The third benefit could be creating psychological pressure on existing employees. When employees see that new hiring is coming to their team, they feel that the workload will reduce. But sometimes, this very posting can also give the opposite signal. The employee might feel that the company is preparing a replacement, so the performance pressure increases. This practice is morally uncomfortable because on one side there is the company's strategic benefit, and on the other side is the real-life uncertainty of candidates. The fourth reason can also be internal policy. In many organizations, posting externally before filling a role internally is a part of the process. In such cases, the job is not entirely fake, but the chances for an external candidate can be very low because practically, the decision has already been made. The candidate is not told this. He prepares for the interview, customizes the resume, and builds hope, while internally the role has already gone in some other direction. The fifth reason is evergreen jobs. In roles like sales, customer support, software development, or delivery, companies always keep the database open. In these roles, hiring is sometimes real, but every listing is not meant to be filled immediately. It remains like an open funnel. The problem comes when the job description looks like urgent hiring, but no clear movement happens for months. The candidate takes it as his rejection. The sixth reason is market testing. The company wants to know how many candidates are available for a particular skill, what the salary expectation is, and how the market response is. This data can help the company in planning. But for the candidate, it becomes unpaid market research. He shares his resume, experience, expected salary, and even notice period, while the company is perhaps just looking at numbers. The seventh reason is a sudden hiring freeze. The company had brought out a genuine role, but later the budget got paused, a client project got delayed, or the leadership changed the plan. In such cases, the listing should be removed, but many times it remains active on portals. The candidate keeps applying, while the internal team is not moving forward. This is the reason why a ghost job does not always fall into just one category. Some are intentional, some are negligent, and some become ghosts due to poor communication. But the loss has to be borne only by the candidate. He puts the most focused time of his day into applications and doesn't even get an automated email in response. Every silence reduces the candidate's confidence a little. He feels that perhaps he is not capable, whereas the problem could also be in the hiring system. For fresh graduates, this is even more painful. They feel that their career is about to start, but repeated ghosting pushes them into self-doubt. For mid-career professionals, the risk is different. They start planning to leave their current job, think about salary negotiation, and even imagine the family budget. In senior roles, ghost jobs can be even more confusing. If vacancies like CEO, CEOO, CFO are visible publicly, they send a big signal into the market. But if these roles are only for optics, it can become a way of showing the company's ambition, not a commitment to real hiring. The candidate should first look at the posting date. If the same role is active for months, is being reposted repeatedly, and the description is not changing, caution is necessary. The second signal is a vague job description. If the responsibilities in the role are very generic, the salary range is unclear, and the reporting structure is missing, one should doubt it. The third signal is endless silence in the interview process. If the company is making you fill out forms repeatedly but not giving a clear timeline, the candidate should protect his energy. The fourth signal is a mismatch between the company career page and the job portal. If there is a vacancy on the portal but the role is not visible on the official career page, it is better to verify. The fifth signal is an unrealistic salary promise. A package much higher than the market, but the company details are weak. This can sometimes even be a scam. It is important to understand the difference between a ghost job and a job scam. A ghost job can be an inactive or unclear hiring listing of a real company, whereas a scam may involve an attempt to steal money or sensitive data. If any recruiter asks for a registration fee, training fee, laptop security deposit, or payment for an offer letter, it is a danger sign. Genuine companies do not ask for money from a candidate to give a job. Being desperate in search of a job is understandable, but it is necessary to avoid offers that demand payment. The candidate should not share their financial identity proofs, bank details, or OTP at an early stage. Verification should happen through official channels only in the final stage. A smart job search should involve less blind applying and more verification. The company website, recruiter profile, employee connections, and recent hiring activity should be checked. Sending a respectful message to the hiring manager or a team member on LinkedIn can be useful. Simply ask if this role is still active. A referral can also help in avoiding ghost jobs. An inside connection can tell you whether the role is real, frozen, or open just for the pipeline. The application strategy will also have to be changed. Sending 100 applications every day feels productive, but if there are many ghost jobs among them, energy will be wasted. It is better to send fewer but stronger applications. The resume should be customized according to the role, the cover note should be specific, and the follow-up timeline should be clear. The candidate should make their own job search tracker. What date they applied, which recruiter they spoke to, what reply came, and when to follow up. Everything should be written down. If there is no movement even after 30 days, put that role on low priority. Do not tie your hope to an inactive listing. For companies as well, this practice is dangerous in the long term. Resumes may be gained in the short term, but if trust breaks, the employer brand weakens. Today, candidates share experiences on social media. If a company repeatedly posts ghost jobs, talented people start maintaining a distance from it. Hiring transparency is no longer just good behavior, it is a business need. A clear status, a realistic timeline, and removing a closed role quickly protects the company's credibility. Job platforms are also trying to reduce this problem with features like verification badges, posting dates, and recruiter activity. But the final protection is the candidate's awareness alone. Every glowing vacancy in the online job market is not a real opportunity. In the story, that young man opens the laptop again. This time he does not just press the apply button. First he checks the date of the role, the company page, and the recruiter's activity. He finds out that the same vacancy is being reposted for 4 months. Leaving it aside, he speaks to a genuine hiring manager of a smaller company. A few weeks later, he gets an interview, gets a clear timeline, and an offer too. He understands that direction is more important than speed in a job search. In the corporate world, every signal is not true. Sometimes a vacancy is a tool to show growth, sometimes a way to build a database, and sometimes the carelessness of the system. Therefore, the candidate has to become wise, not disappointed. Rejection is not always your shortcoming. Sometimes the vacancy itself is not vacant. If you are searching for a job, do not pour your hard work into the dark well of ghost jobs. Verify, follow up, and save your energy for real opportunities. Because the real battle of a career is not just about getting a job. The real battle is to recognize that web which eats up your time, data, and confidence in the shape of an opportunity.
This video has taught you something new. Or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.